I've frozen up. No, I haven't frozen up. So I wanted to just do a little bit of an update video on free energy research that's still going on other YouTube channels. Now, there's a lot of people out there think, oh, it's all a scam, it's all a scam. No, it's not. This is called research. It's where people are trying to find answers to things. Right, there's a lot of people out there who don't do research, who just show you something which is disjointed. There's no backstory to it, there's no history to it. They're just showing you these little devices. They don't even talk, some of them. They just show you. Yeah, those are usually scams because they're just trying to get hits. And they're frightened to talk because they don't want to be identified, because they don't want to get sued. But there are real channels out there who are doing serious research, and I do try to follow these channels when I've got time. And the number one channel I found at the moment to follow is Timtron, because he's doing some really excellent work. But he needs your support. He needs... Look, there's a reason why I stopped doing my research. There's a reason why I stopped doing my... building all my devices, because it was a black hole. What is a black hole? Is when you keep putting money in, you keep putting stuff in, and you don't get nothing back, right? And this is what research is. It's a black hole. Until you can actually get something that works, you're just going to keep on putting stuff in, and you're not going to get nothing back, right? Now, this is the problem with researchers. I mean, you can go back in history, look at all the stories about Nikola Tesla. The poor guy, he had nothing. He had nothing. He worked his butt off. He got such a hard time when the big powers that be found out what he was doing, that he was going to liberate people and make people free, and that they're going to have free energy. And all of a sudden, everybody attacked him because it was going to impact the oil, you know, money. This is what always happens. As soon as you step over that little line that says do not cross, and you're actually taking money out of somebody else's pocket, that's when things get ugly. Anyway, but you know, I'm not saying poor people as in an insult. I'm just saying that researchers always end up poor, because the system is against them, and we should support them, because the system doesn't and won't, and in fact attacks them. That's what I'm saying, right? All the more reason. If you're against Big Brother, and you're against the freaking police state, and you're against the freaking globalist agenda to stamp on you forever, you know, that foot that stamps on humanity forever and ever, if you're against that, then you should be supporting these people that are trying to liberate you and free you. So give me a break. I mean, I stopped doing it because I can't afford it, right? I'm struggling. I can't even... My daughter helped me out, and this monitor I got, that was free. Somebody threw it out. It was, yeah, I was lucky. I wonder about that one here, right? It was garbage. Somebody chucked it out. It didn't cost me now. The other one across the room, chucked that out as well. Why did they chuck it out? You know why? Well, this is a VCR, but they had no remote control. That's from my Grundig, by the way. They have no remote control, and people are lazy. They can't be asked to get out of the chair and press buttons on the side. Now, why didn't they have a remote control? Because people don't know how to look after stuff anymore. They spill coffee on the remote control. They lose the remote controls down the back of the chair, they can't find it. They leave the batteries in the remote control. Leaky batteries corrode and destroy remote controls all the time. The Duracell batteries are the worst, actually. They're the worst. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So I'm watching Timtron at the moment. It's been a while, actually. To be honest with you, I've been distracted. I've been doing other things. I've been in second line because I just need to get out and chill out and get away from all this stress and everything else that's going on. And I just can't talk to my daughters at the moment. They're just... I just can't talk to them. There's a freaking barrier. There's this freaking age gap problem. They've gone in one direction with their education. I'm old school. I was educated. Well, I'm 66, so let me think. I would say 50 years ago, right? So 50 years ago, I got my education, and everything's changed. The schooling system's all changed. They don't teach anyone anything about history anymore. I just thought, I saw this thing on GBN News today. What? You know, they're not allowed to teach you historical traumatic events anymore. Violence and, you know, conquerors and things like that. It's going to be censored and blocked on social media. This is an attack against free speech. So they're not allowed to teach kids our history? We're not allowed to talk about history even? This is 1984. This is George Orwell's 1984. For real. That was a movie. Go and watch it on YouTube. It's on there. George Orwell, 1984, the movie. Black and white, but it's what's happening right now. And people used to scoff at that movie. It's just a movie. It's all fiction. It's not real. It is now. It's worse than real. It's actually what's happening now is worse than freaking what was in that movie. Big Brother staring down at you. Your country needs you, or we are watching you. It used to be your country needs you, and they went to fight wars. You know, like the finger. Now it's we are watching you. Oh. It's getting really bad. I tell you, you can't even freaking talk without your phone listening to you and showing you advertisement. I've just been talking about that. There's an advertisement for it now. Oh, that's weird. Coincidence? No, that's not a coincidence. So this is my other phone, right? This is my other phone. Look what the Wi-Fi is. My old phone, it's turned off. And I usually turn it off for a reason. Number one, I don't want that thing listening to me all the time, and I don't use it much. Not much charging up. But, and I use my calendar still on it and everything, and I occasionally turn it on when I want to use it. And I often like to leave my other phone, this one, the live stream phone, which I'm live streaming on right now. I usually like to leave that in airplane mode or something, unless I'm expecting a call or something. But every time I turn the freaking thing on, the internet, you know, I start seeing advertisements because I might say something, and then it's because they're freaking listening. It's AI's listening, and AI is sending these little packets of information back to Big Brother saying, oh, that person's interested in this. Oh, let's show them some others for that. Let's show that. Give me a break. Look, there's one thing towards pushing adverts at people, right? But if they've got no freaking money, they're not going to buy it anyway. So what's the point? You know, this is what annoys me about YouTube all the time. Because YouTube moans and complains that, oh, it's against the rules to block adverts and all that. But if you've got no freaking money, you're not going to buy anything, are you? So the adverts just, it torments you. It says, oh, you might like this or you might like this, but you can't have it because you've got no money. That is like torture, right? That is not nice. And they show you these things like, you might be talking, oh, I wish I could afford a car. I wish I could afford a Rolls Royce. And all of a sudden, there's a freaking Rolls Royce on your screen. Oh, Yeah, well, I can't even drive anyway, so what's the point? I mean, you know, what's the point in shoving all these adverts in your face when you can't afford to buy anything? And the only reason we're all broke is because the corrupt system has taken all our money away from us and they're giving it to illegals? What? What's going on? I know what's going on, but I can't talk about it because there's no free speech. God, I look stupid. I'm just seeing the delay on. Oh my God. Maybe I should edit that out. I don't know. But anyway, I'm getting off topic again. The point is, right, look, I'll tell you what's going to happen, right? And this is a fact. If we get EV vehicles, right, we're in an energy crisis right now, okay? Right? You can't afford to pay your bills, right? You can't pay your electric bill, you can't pay your gas bill. In the UK, I'm talking about your UK, right? What do you think is going to happen when everybody starts buying electric vehicles? What do you think is going to happen? Think about it. There's not enough energy. Just turn your freaking microwave and your washing machine up. You can't even afford to put them on, right? What do you think is going to happen when you've got, what, how many million is it in this country all forced to drive EVs, electric vehicles? Uh-oh, the fuse just blew. The fuse is gone. Symbolically speaking, the fuse is the supply to everybody in this country, right? All of a sudden, nobody's got any energy because all the cars have eaten it all up. What's going to happen is the country's going to go fall flat on its face. And guess what? All those guys that spent years trying to find the secret to free energy, they're going to say, told you so. You never helped us. You got what you deserved. And all those people that took it for granted, you know, the ones that just get these little wires. Oh, what is it? Can't even find a freaking loose wire. All these people that just pick up their leads without even thinking. You don't even think about it. Oh, it's my charger. Plug it in. All of a sudden, it can't do anything. Why is it not doing anything? My phone's not charging. Why are you not charging? Oh, the light went out, but this isn't a light. This is my charger. It should still work. Yeah, you're not going to be able to charge your freaking phone because there's going to be no freaking energy left, you idiot. People walking around in the street. Everywhere they look, it's always there in the face. They can't put it down. But all of a sudden it's going to be like this. Ooh, I can see myself. I'm doing my makeup. Well, you're still good for something. Even though there's no power anymore, I can see my reflection now. Oh, well, I should have always had my screen on dim, then I could have seen myself. Yeah, well, people are going to realise that you can't take energy you can't take energy for granted. Because you have to remember something. When they first invented electricity, what were we using before that? We were using gas lamps. And a guy used to go around at night with a long pole with a big match on the end of it, basically. And he used to go lighting the gas lamps. And this is in London. He used to go around at night lighting the gas lamps. Before that, what did we have? All we had was little candles. This is not a little candle, it's a pretty big candle actually, but it's dusty as well. But why have I got a candle? Because I'm going to need it if the lights go out. And they're going to go out because nobody's thought about it, and everyone's talking about, we're gonna have windmills, we're gonna have wind turbines. That's not going to work. It's not going to work because we only get wind around here where I live. I'll tell you, I'm in a windy area, right? It's not windy right now. Can you survive for months without any energy? Unless you use a candle or fire or something else you're going to have to cook on. But I've got news for you. They took out all the freaking fireplaces and put living electric boilers in, and they took out your gas fire boiler back. They took out the gas back boilers so that you've got nothing now. You've got nothing. You've got nothing to cook with. And there's all these people driving around in their electric cars. I've got aircon. I've got aircon. Can you hear it? It's cool, isn't it? So you're going to curse and swear at these people driving around in EVs where you're freezing to death in your house. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. Because they're shutting down all these power stations. Coal burning power stations, they're shutting them down. But in China they're still building them. Think of that. That's crazy. Why are we shutting ours down and they're building theirs? Because we're coming to an end. The fall of the Roman Empire all over again. Oh, hang on a minute, we're not Roman, are we? Maybe it's because we're related, they're trying to get back at us or something. I don't know. But anyway, no, we're supposed to be, is it Gregorian? Oh, hang on, we did have the Roman calendar, didn't we? Oh, God. Anyway, so if you don't support these people doing research, and you don't go to places like Timtron, oh, I've just been talking to myself. Oh, my audio is working. Phew. So there's a lot of good people out there who are struggling, and some of these people are working as well. So they're doing better than me. They're doing a lot better than me, because I can't even afford to buy one supercapacitor. Oh my God! I've got this giant capacitor. Oh, where is it? Let me show you it. Oh, I think it's from 19. This is not a supercapacitor. This is an ordinary capacitor, but it's a film cap, and it's very old, and it's not big. I mean, it's big, but it's not big capacitance. I think it's marked down as working voltage 100 volts DC, peak voltage 125, 18 amps maximum surge current on it apparently. It can go up to 50 degrees C. It's bloody heavy. It's still good. You know, they used to make stuff to last, you know. This was built to last. I mean, it's got a little vent valve in the top there. It's never burst. It's full of dust actually once cleaning. This thing is still good. And I've got a couple, well, I've got more than one of these. I've got another one which is different type though. But I use this on my experiments when I'm doing my research, you know. But that won't solve anything for me because it's just a capacitor. It doesn't store anything for long. It's just... Anyway, so what I was saying, I will say one thing about this thing I recently got, you know, this, damn it, this computerized component analyzer. That's got dusty as well. What the hell? I need to vacuum up. So this thing, so the wire's out, this thing's been really good. Helped me to test some components. Now, I recently did some work on that soundbar. I packed up on it because it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I gave it back to the guy next door, and he gave it to somebody for parts because it's just not worth it. They made that thing so difficult to work on, and it was such a pain to fix it. It was obviously designed to fail, and I think he's just going to buy another one. Keep dropping stuff on the floor. Where's the other one gone? I don't know why I just keep dropping everything. So I'm always knocking things down. Too old. Anyway, so you might go and check his channel. I'm going to put some videos in the end screen when this YouTube finishes encoding this. When it's finished processing it, I can put videos in the end screen, but I can't do it until it's finished processing. So, and in the meantime, I will try to put some video links in the description. So you'll have to scroll down under the video and look for a description, and I'm going to put a link to Tim Tron's channel. Go and check him out. Give him your support because he needs it. And we're out of time. We are out of time. The country, Europe's about to go. There was a prediction. He said that you wouldn't recognise Europe by 2030, 2040. Something's going to happen. So, and it's not, you know, the big cloud. The donut cloud. I hope it's not that. But we are supposed to have been watched over by, you know, but we just don't know. Because at the moment, everything's in flux right now. I try to be positive. but there's a lot of bad guys out there. And there's a lot of stupid people. I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just saying people haven't been educated. People haven't been educated like we were educated back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. People that have been educated have been told nothing. So they haven't a clue. They think they know everything, but they don't know anything. You know what I mean? My daughters, they think they know everything. Well, you know, when you get to the point in your life where you come to a self-awareness, a conclusion of the more you know, the more you realise you don't know, right? Electronics is like that. When you're researching things and you think, oh, I understand how that works now. But there's one thing, I don't understand how that little thing works over there. And you're going to figure that out, and then you get into a quantum state of, oh my God, this stuff's much more complicated than I ever imagined. Yeah, that's because you were looking at it from the top. You were looking inside it. Stuff that's happening in the world is not just superfluous. It's not just stuff on the top. It's what's going on underneath. You got to look at the bigger picture, and people can't see the big picture. A lot of people can't because they haven't got the. A lot of people just don't have the. Is it the mathematics? The what you got, the mechanical skills, the technical skills, the whatever it is. They don't have those little jigsaw puzzles pieces that will make them realise that there's more going on than what they thought, right? There's always more going on than what you think. So when these little magnetic gauges I made, which I made from the whole principle is very simple, right? You've got a magnet at the bottom pushing against the magnet inside, and that has a certain amount of mass on it, right? So it's got a certain inertial mass on it, so it'll bounce like a spring, right? But there's other things that affect. When I put another magnet that's opposing this magnet at the bottom, it will push this assembly down or up, like it's pulling it up, look. If I turn this around, these other magnets around, and I push, you get an equal amount, you get a certain amount of equilibrium where the magnet will move down. Because these magnets are not very strong, these little ones. But you get a bigger magnets. These are medium size. That's pulling again. We can push them even more down now. Right? It's about the amount of mass and effect of the magnetic field, the flux, the amount of Gauss. They call it Gauss. How much Gauss there is. Right. And then you'll get these other bigger ones. They push even more, right? And the reason I made this little gauge was it gave me a visual representation of how strong my magnetic field was. It wasn't meant to be numeric. It wasn't. No, my big, massive magnets, really big magnets. Oh, I've got the wrong way around as usual. Now this is going to really push this thing right down to the bottom. Yeah, they're touching the bottom now. If you can see, it's touching the bottom. It's right at the bottom now. Can't go any further. And this is what I used. I made a couple of these. There's one. These are supposed to be opposite, I think. Can't remember now. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, they are opposite, but that's harder to move than this one. No, that's pulling. So that one pulls. This one, oh, I've got it the wrong way around now. No, I haven't. So that one pulls. This one pushes. So it's pushing that one. It's pulling the other one. I had all these made. I made all these, and it was supposed to help me have a visual. Oh, there's my other one. Just a rough guide for when I was doing my test on my generator that I built, right? So there's a lot of stuff you can build out of simple little things to make life easier if you know how to do it. Well, 9 times out of 10 people don't think of these things, and when I made the concentric magnets, the concentric switch, where all the magnets are in the middle, focused into the centre. This is my small concentric, because all these magnets are north, south, north, south, north, south in a ring, and when you bias the middle, you're actually pushing and pulling. So you're pushing, say, north out that side, and you're pulling the south out this side. So it's like a switch, basically. But when you're not biasing it, it's cancelled out. So there's nothing in the middle. And there's actually a magnet on there that's biasing it right now. Actually, I think it is. Yeah, slight biasing. But that's my small one. And that's the reason why I made all this stuff, because I was experimenting. And this is what research is all about. In order to find things out, it's best to be able to, you've got to buy stuff to research. You can't experiment with thin air, you know? Anyway, I'm going to have to go because I've been talking too long. Just go and check out Tim Tron's channel, see what he's doing, because there's a lot of stuff on there which is very fleeting. Fleeting as in, now you see it, look closely. If you don't pay attention right now, you'll never see it again, because I'm going to show you how this works, sort of thing. This is what Tim Tron's like. Well, he didn't say that, but he'll demonstrate stuff, and then if you're not paying attention, next time you go back, oh, this video's been, it's not listed anymore. I wonder why. Well, I understand why, because there's been situations where I posted a video when I thought I was onto something, right? I really thought I was onto something really big, and I thought, oh, I'm giving away too much information here. I might get, somebody might knock on my door. And so you unlist it, you know, you delist it and think, yeah. So, but then later on you realise, oh, I wasn't onto anything at all. It was just a flop. So I can make it listed again because no one's going to be bothered about that because it's a failure. So you list it again, and you don't want to list stuff that works, because once you let the meow out of the bag, my friend's saying, do that again. All right. So once you let the meow out of the bag, it's too late. You can't put it back. Right? Basically. And if somebody else gets it and they're able to put a number on it, a PAT number, right, you know what that is, patent number. If they're able to do that, they can beat you to the goalpost and they can lock you out. And usually the people that put patents on stuff are the ones who don't want it to go around, spread. They want to lock it up in a filing cabinet for 60 years so you can't touch it. That's the problem with those bloody things. They're a pain in the ass. Oh, actually, I never thought of that. Pat, pain. No, that doesn't work. Well, it could be pain, ass, sort of. Oh, tempting. Anyway, I'm going. See you later. Bye. I'm just, yeah, I'm probably going to go lay down.